I'm Sandy, and today on In the Kitchen with Sandy, I'm going to share with you a recipe for a creamy Italian tomato pasta. It is simply divine. Everything comes together and it's such a beautiful combination of all these ingredients. It is so delicious and I cannot wait to share this recipe with you. First thing I'm doing is I've got my boiling water, or water coming to a boil, and I've salted it liberally. And make sure that you do salt it liberally because this is the only time you're going to have to season your pasta. And what I'm using is some penne ricotta. Now this is a little bit thicker pasta and it is going to hold the sauce perfectly. You want a thicker pasta. And also, we'll go over, one day I'll make a video and show you the shapes of the pasta, what they do to, which ones you want to use for which type of sauce that helps hold the sauce better, but that's another video. But anyway, I've got the penne ricotta. I've also got some onions down here, some chopped onions, a little bit of crushed garlic here. I've got some Italian seasoning, some crushed red peppers, a little bit of garlic salt, and I've got some spinach, and I've got some cream cheese and some butter and some diced tomatoes. Now I've got the petite diced. If you don't have the petite diced, you don't have to use them. You can just use regular diced tomatoes. And we're going to use all the liquid and all. And I've also got some extra virgin olive oil and some Parmesan cheese, some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Go right over top that pasta. Yummy. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to the stove and we're going to add our olive oil and our onions and garlic and get that together, and then from then on it won't take but just a few minutes to get this dish going. Okay, my water is coming to a boil, so I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta because by the time I get my pasta is done, this is going to take about 10 or 11 minutes. My sauce is going to be pretty much complete. So that's how quick this dish is. So we're going to give that a stir and make sure that it does not stick, and we're going to turn it down just a little bit. We're going to cook this about medium. So what we're going to do is to our pan, we are going to add a little bit of a lid. We're going to throw a lid in there. We're going to add some olive oil, a nice dosing of that, and we are going to throw in our onions. Now normally when I chop my onions, I just, I just kind of chop them whatever size, but when I'm doing a pasta dish, I like to chop them just a little bit smaller so we don't have I'm going to stir my pasta real quick so we don't have that. I don't want a big bite of onion with it, but I do want a little bit of onion, so I did chop it a little bit smaller today for this dish. Now we're going to let this, my pan is not quite warm yet, but that's quite alright. Throw your onion in there and your fresh garlic, and we are going to cook these together for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes until they start becoming translucent and the smells just start tempting the nose. My onions and my garlic are translucent and it smells amazing. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my butter. We're not going to do the cream cheese just yet. Go ahead and throw your butter in there. Oh, I can't tell you how good this smells. I love garlic and onions together. It's so delicious. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and toss in, you're going to use every bit of that, juice and all. And we're going to bring this back up to a boil. And then we're going to let this cook for about another 3 to 4 minutes. And you can go ahead and add your seasonings here. If you want to give them a mix, you can. If not, just throw them in there. They'll combine. They'll combine. This is such a good recipe, and all you need is like a little side salad or some nice crusty bread, and you're in there. So we're going to go ahead and heat this through. We're going to let it cook for about 5 minutes, and then we will add the cream cheese. And then you're going to throw your cream cheese in there, and this is going to make for such a rich sauce. Perfect. It's going to be perfect. My pasta is cooked perfectly. It's al dente. So what we're going to do now is the cream cheese is melted perfectly into the sauce. And this is a perfect time to taste for saltiness. Make sure you got salt in it. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss our pasta on the stove first. All right, let's go ahead and get in the pan here. And then we are going to give it a toss. It makes it just a little bit spicy with that crushed red peppers in there. This is absolutely amazing. It is so good. And remember, pasta is something that goes a long way. So I used only like 8 ounces of pasta here. And this made quite a pan full. So we're going to go ahead and toss that, coat it real well. And then we are going to go ahead and toss in our spinach. This is our baby spinach, and it's just going to wilt perfectly in there. We are going to let this cook for about another 5 minutes on about at medium low, just long enough to wilt our spinach, and then we're going to be ready to eat. We're going to top it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, it's completely done. The sauce was completely done by the time my pasta was completed cooking. I want you to look at this. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour this out into a serving dish. Now you'll see what I mean by, you see how well the pasta holds the sauce. That sauce is a little thick, and it's really rich, really creamy from the cream cheese and the butter. Oh, it looks absolutely amazing. And you don't want to cook it too long because you just want your spinach to be just perfect. You want it just absolutely perfect. Look at that. That's beautiful. And of course, we have to hit it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Why not, right? Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect. Now, look at that. I've already got my fork in my hand, and I am ready to roll with this. And you know this is hot. I want a bite of everything. The spinach, the tomatoes. I want it all. I just can't wait. Mmm. So delicious. I chew slow. 1 minute. Perfect. Every time. Make sure you try this. Give me a thumbs up. You can get this written recipe along with many others at inthekitchenwithsandy.blogspot.com. I hope you like this recipe. I had a great time with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.